Good morning, what's shaking, what's happening? Welcome back to Tasty Bites Timeless Travels. Today is our last day, disembarkation day of our Wonder Cruise. So join us as we debark, go home, and give you our thoughts on this trip. Come join us. I know I haven't shown the view from the room very much, but this has been our view for a casino prime cruise view. It's pretty good, I'll take it. Now, this has also been one of the biggest interior rooms I think I have ever stayed in. It's very long, which helps. I think it might just be the design. I don't think it's necessarily any more square feet than the interior we had on the Koningsdam, but it's been nice. It's been nice, but it's like 7:15, 7:20, so we got to get going. So let's go. And with that, we call it a cruise on Wonder of the Seas. It's been, I'm going to be honest with you, it's been probably about a little over a month since we've been back. Got my hair cut. But we still wanted to talk about our experiences on our no-frills free Casino Prime cruise. So just to recap, Wonder of the Seas was my free cruise that I get every year for being Prime in the casino. This year we picked Wonder. We wanted to hold a sloth and roll-a-thon. We missed it by about a month. But we're going to talk about what we thought. So, start with me. For me, I did enjoy it. It was our second time on Wonder of the Seas. I will tell you, though, it was a lot of families. Like, a lot of, big family gathering. Not like a lot of, mom, dad, and kids. It was a lot of multi-generational families, I think, on this go-around. So, it put a different vibe to it, along with the Smallville thing, which the Smallville thing I don't really think affected anything, to be honest with you, other than I saw them with their lanyards. But, a lot of families, so it threw some dynamics off. Buffet was very busy. The main pools were very busy, but the solarium wasn't very busy in my opinion. But the entire ambiance of the ship was still a good time. I think the ship had a good vibe. What about you? Did you vibe with it? Oh, and welcome back, C.
Oh, hello. Hi, everybody. FYI, I'm going to be appearing in the videos a little bit more than previously. I'm trying to get over my camera shyness, okay? Again, like she said, we were on Wonder in January 2023. Totally different vibe on this cruise. Same ship. I think Royal Caribbean has achieved the goal of what Michael Bailey had said for having multi-generational families traveling together on these bigger ships, and the rooms are more geared to that, the safety of the children and things of that nature. So there's a lot more families. It didn't really bother me, but like Em said, it was different. The buffet was packed. You know what? I'm not a crowd person, but you really don't have a choice. You have to get used to dealing with crowds at this point.
Yeah, and we had opted not to do the main dining room on this cruise because we had done it so much on the World Cruise, and we had just come off of it, just by a month or so when we took this cruise. So we said, we don't want that structured lifestyle, and I don't know. I almost kind of go back and wish we would have done some main dining room just so we could have had a peaceful meal. Not that we had an unpeaceful meal, but especially, that Fiesta night was crazy at the buffet. I've never seen a Windjammer that busy.
And there was a lot of people waiting in line, and folks were going one way and going another way, and it was almost like I joke with them saying somebody needs to do a buffet police because or directional signs like Disney, like the line starts here or something like that. But I had a good time. I'm just really realizing that I'm kind of old to try and stay up for all these parties
That's
that
true.
Royal's doing on their
It's true.
itinerary.
We struggle to stay up. And normally we're big 70s.
dear.
Like, we love the 70s party. But
Yeah.
man, when we saw that itinerary, we were like 11 o'clock at night.
Woo! So, and I'm like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm really not a nap person. If I have to take a nap during the day, I woke up feeling worse than I did before I went to the nap. Then I'm cranky and all that, so nobody wants to deal with a cranky C. But anyway, I'm like, oh, maybe we'll just take a nap during the day and we can stay up till 11 o'clock at night. Guess what? It didn't fly. And we tried, and I even drank some Pepsi Cola to get caffeine in me, and I'm not a soda drinker. Didn't help. So,
No, but other things on the cruise. Food, I think the food was good.
yes, I agree.
It was nice. It was the buffet was I like the variety of the Royal buffets personally. I like how they don't mirror the dining room, but they do mirror the dining room. They don't mirror it as much as Holland or the Carnival Corporation does, but it was still a good variety. They still have the Asian line, fresh salads, desserts and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of neat because had we done the main dining room, we could have gotten some food at the main dining room and gone up and still find completely different stuff to eat at the buffet. So that is something I like about Royal. Hooked was delicious. It is always delicious.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, we definitely always try to do Hooked. And let me tell you, that Hooked lunch is one of the sleeper deals. I think, in my opinion, with Royal.
I agree, especially if you get it pre-cruise and you get it on sale. Normally it's $25 a person for lunch on discounted. So if you're planning on sailing, take a look at your pre-cruise options. And if you're interested in purchasing the lunch or the dinner, usually it's $45 a person. I enjoy it. I like fresh fish. I do like my oyster shooters, and I like my raw oysters. So a lot of folks don't like that type of food, but for me, it appeals to me, and that's really, really a good deal, I think, in my opinion. And I'm never disappointed.
And Hooked lunch can be kind of hard to get because they can only do it on sea days. They don't do it on port days. What do you think of Solarium Bistro? Because they haven't heard your opinion on it.
I like Solarium Bistro, and it's interesting.
Now, we went there a couple of times for breakfast, and breakfast is breakfast.
Yeah, I'm not a breakfast person. I'm more of a brunchy, lunchy type of person. I like to use the word, and I think you had used this last, elevated buffet?
Yeah.
Like, I use the word elevated buffet. And I like that there was people making things fresh. Like, again, because I got the dairy thing, somebody was able to make me a dairy-free omelet, but they also do that in the Windjammer. I think the Solarium Bistro, it's a much more intimate setting. The quality of the food, I think, is a little bit elevated.
Yeah. What do you think of the dinner?
I don't remember the dinner. Can you please remind me
it
what
was
I
the
ate?
little plates. It was
Oh, it's the Greek thing?
yeah, the Greek thing.
Oh, I liked it then because I prefer tapas style, smaller things, because I just can't eat big full-on meals,
And the fresh pasta station, I thought was that can have a line at Windjammer if you can find the crew member that's supposed to do it, because sometimes you won't see them because they'll be too busy doing something else.
Yeah.
But at Solarium Bistro, they're kind of stationed there. They don't really wander off. So.
And I like the idea that I can try little bitty portions of things. I'm not having a whole crap ton of food put on my plate, and I feel guilty if I'm not eating it. I feel like I'm wasting food. So I like the idea of small plates. Take what you want, and satisfy your appetite that way.
And like I said, I think it was perfect we had spent the day at the pool and in the heat. It was a perfect dinner because it was light, it was the salads, the pita breads, the light bites. So, and not chaotic setting. So I liked it. Port. So we've been to Cozumel and Costa Maya. They're always going to be favorites of ours. We didn't get off in Costa Maya this go around, but we have. We like it. We love Cozumel. Coco Cay's Coco Cay. So, but Roatan we've never been there before.
No.
I didn't expect the port to be so nice.
I did enjoy it. Again, I don't know if you all have been following us or if you're new to the channel. I like to collect bracelets from ports of call where we've been to over the years. And Roatan had a really neat, souvenir local vendor area that we went to. I was able to get a bracelet from a young lady. And then when she saw the bracelets that I had and I told her my story, she gifted me an anklet that says Honduras, which I thought was really neat. And
Yeah,
of course
that's
I
really
cried,
nice.
whatever,
Yeah.
you know. And so she goes, please take my country with you wherever you go. And I still wear that anklet to this day. I thought that was neat because you don't hear of anything happening like that
Yeah,
these
yeah.
days, you know. I liked Roatan. I was sad that we couldn't hold a sloth, but again, those are the rules,
Those
and
are
the
the
rules
rules.
are rules. Coco K was Coco K, you know.
Cosmo and Costamare.
Cozumel, I mean,
Cosmo's Cosmo.
and it's funny because I had never heard the phrase before. When we were approaching Costa Maya, other ships weren't able to go, and they were calling it Costa Maybe.
Yep.
Because of the tides and you know the things like that, but we were
Costa
able
Maybe.
to port there. Cozumel, I love it. It's so laid back. Made friends with the lady in the pharmacy. I don't know why. Hi Maria, if you're watching. But anyway, we enjoyed it. I really like Mexico. I loved Mexico for years. The people were friendly. You know.
And backstory on us, we didn't start cruising until after COVID. Before
Yes.
COVID, we were all inclusive Mexico, and then when COVID happened, you were kind of scared to leave the country that way on a plane because you weren't sure if you were going to get back. So that's how we got into cruising, and it's just made it a whole lot easier actually, and it's cheaper that way. So
I agree.
that's yeah.
You know,
So that's we used to go to Mexico a lot for the all inclusives.
yeah, but now getting on the plane and
Yeah, it's a thing.
oh
it's
dear,
it's process.
dear. So I told her I would rather go on a cruise because again, it's all about convenience. It's one-stop shopping, and you know, I just like it a whole lot more.
So back to the ship. Casino did not like us, but
No.
you know, hey, that's how it works. But they do have a golden room. All the Royals trying to put golden rooms on all of their. They've been on the Oasis class. They've started adding them in other classes of ships too. So that's always nice. The bartenders are really good. The room was nice.
Yes.
Like I said, we ended up getting a small upgrade for free. We got the Central Park interior, and I loved the room.
Yes.
It had plenty of room. It had the little bench by the window. I never did a room tour because our room, like, I forgot about it until it was too late. And like our room, we had stuff in it, and so I was like, I'm not going to skip that.
Yeah.
But I really liked our room, and it had a great location too. I think.
I agree.
Very close to, obviously it was close to Central Park because it's Central Park interior. So it was easy for us to get to Park Cafe for like a little snack. So that was nice.
Or even walk down the hallway to the music hall. It was quiet.
It was
And
quiet.
I'm very noise sensitive. It was very quiet. I didn't hear anybody snoring next to me against the headboard or anything. I didn't hear any of that. The elevators, to address the elevator issue, because there were so many folks on the ship.
And they don't have smart elevators on the Wonder. It was the
Yeah.
last ship that they've made that doesn't have them.
So it got a little spicy there. We didn't partake, but we were watching things getting spicy in the elevator
Yeah.
and people not wanting to get out the
and
way.
for reference,
and-
when we went in January 2023, we thought the elevators were slow, but we were on the 18th floor, and there's only a few elevators that go up that far.
Yeah.
This one, we were on deck 8, and we still thought they were slow.
it
So
was deck 9.
deck 9, 8, 9, whatever.
I don't know.
But so definitely pack your patience with the elevator. The only other thing that I really gives me pause about the Wonder of the Seas is, and it's just their Oasis class ships and their Icon class ships. I'm not a huge fan of the pools. Because of how they have to break it up to have the sunlight go into Central Park and everything, they end up doing like 3 smaller pools in the splash park. If you go on something like Mariner, Adventure, Independence, there's just like one big pool and then one kind of smaller pool for the solarium. And the solarium is a whole nother area at Wonder, and it's enclosed because the day that we were in the solarium, we were like, this could be disastrously hot. But it wasn't, thankfully. But
Yes.
but we've been in there before where it's just ungodly hot. So
Yes.
I'm not a big fan of the pools on the Oasis class ships. So that's really my only like con, I want to say. I think everything else was pretty nice. We had a great time, I think.
Yeah, I had a great time. I don't know. I'm just old-fashioned. I prefer the smaller ships.
Yeah.
But if we have the opportunity to sail these bigger ships just to get like a taste of it, I'm all about it. But just for me, I don't like that. I like the intimacy of a smaller ship. But these ships are geared for families, and I think it's perfect for them. it's a great deal. I mean, kids were sailing free.
Yeah.
You know, Royal does these little kids sail free, or third and fourth passenger in a room kind of thing, and they were having fun, you know, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, if we were doing a big family vacay, multi-generational, where like the nieces and nephews and niece and nephew and the great nieces and nephews, and we were doing a big family trip, it would have been perfect. It would be a perfect place for it. I would rather do that on an Oasis class as opposed to an Independence, a Mariner, or God, or an Adventure, because there would be nothing for them to do on like Adventure of the Seas.
Yeah.
But if it's just the two of us, I think we are more apt for these smaller ships. But that being said, I still had a great time for a no-frills cheap cruise. And just to give you an idea, like we still had to pay something. So the port fees and taxes were just over $200. And then I think I paid around $140 to park the car. Now, we do choose to park at the port. We don't do any of the off-site parking options. I know you can do them and they're a little bit cheaper, but to us, the money you save is not worth having to take the shuttle to the port and back, because some of them require you to make a shuttle reservation. You got to do it at a certain time. Some of them is just a continuous. We've just always opted to park at the port, and this one was neat because they put us in this little side lot, and it made it incredibly easy to get out. Like we weren't in the garage, and at first it was kind of like, oh, we're not going to be in the garage, you know. Right. But at the same time, I was like, this is going to be so easy to get out of the port, and you know what? It was incredibly easy to get out of the port. So definitely did not mind that. But
I agree. And at first I was very cynical because I'm like, oh dear, we have to walk like how many miles to get to the elevator? But she's right. Getting in and exiting, it was like Speedy Gonzales. It was, you know, so cynic here, mind changed, would do it again.
Yeah, I would definitely, especially if it's free. I don't see us ever paying full price to go on an Oasis class ship, just because it's not, unless we were doing a family vacation, just because it's not our speed. And especially after coming off of 124 days on Holland America, an Oasis class during the summer was definitely like a whoo, we're not on Holland anymore kind of deal. You know, even the entertainment vibe was so different because everything was so much later, and some of it was more geared at families. And you know, it was great to see karaoke again, but we couldn't even get into the place. So hey, what do you do?
So you guys just have to hang on till I have an opportunity next time to see me do karaoke. I've done it once on the Quantum of the Seas. I sang "I Will Survive," and not since then. But anyway,
all right, Annie,
we had a great time.
Any final thoughts on the Wonder Cruise?
I would do it again, but probably just not during this time of year. Maybe while the kids are out. But you know, you just don't know, because Royal Caribbean, it attracts visitors from all parts of the world. I would do it again. I enjoy the 7-dayers. 3 and 4 days to me, I mean, I sound like I'm a spoiled person, but it's like they happen so quick. You really don't have the opportunity to get a hold of the ship, you know, get your wherewithal. But I'm okay about cruising. You put me on a ship, I'm there. Yeah. From somebody that never even thought about it till I was in my 60s. So.
And I agree. I would do it again, especially on a casino comp. But same deal. I would try to avoid the summer. But for this summer, we kind of had to do it because Wonder is moving down to Miami, because Star of the Seas is moving into Port Canaveral, and they're going to take over that 7-night run. So Star of the Seas is not eligible for most casino comps. It would have been like March if we would have been able to get one, and and you have to use it by the end of March. So, and we were trying to get to Roboton before that law changed, because I knew it was going to happen, but you know, it didn't happen. But I don't know, I enjoyed it. Yeah, and you know, no frills cruise. No plans, no extra cost. It was, well, I mean, there's gratuities too, and I can't remember what they were. I think they're $17 a day on Royal per person. So I don't know. Do your math on that one, because I can't recall. It should have been about the same as the parking. No, it would have been twice as much as parking. So I don't know. I charged some in the casino, so I lost track.
She's aging, people. Give her a break.
But that is going to do it for this adventure. So make sure you like, subscribe, and follow us along on all that fun social stuff. Oop, no, that's not what I'm saying. Like, subscribe, all that fun, to keep following us along. And all, you know what I normally say.
Just do the social media gig, people. Thank you.
As we start a new adventure coming up, and it's going to be a good one.
Stay tuned.
All right.
We'll see you soon, everyone. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you.
Bye. Bye-bye.